Hey there everyone, welcome to the UkeStuff channel, and this video is intended for music teachers that teach ukulele in a classroom setting, also for anyone that is using the video ukulele method that I created, which again is my flow of all the ukulele play-along videos that I use in my classes, or at least a number of the videos in sort of a sequential order based on what is the most frequently used chords. You learn those first and then you add to it. That method, by the way, is available at buymeacoffee.com/ukestuff. You can find a link in the description below. And if you are watching this in the collection of videos that's in the Buy Me a Coffee page, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. Now, what I wanted to talk about is this is 2020 and we are in a weird year with the pandemic and everything. And we are going to be using ukuleles with my fifth graders. And I just wanted to talk through some of those things. I'm about to start with them. We kind of have a weird situation where I see each grade level for 2 weeks, or basically 4 classes, and because we're split up in A day and B day, and then I don't see them again for 12 weeks. So what we learn here is going to be really staggered in what we do. So I am preparing today for my 5th grade students that are going to be playing ukulele, and I just wanted to show you what I'm doing to make that happen. So I have another video where I show how I converted some shoe racks. I'll see if I can lift this up into ukulele holders, and that's going to do okay. I can fit 10 ukuleles in one of those racks, but 3 of my classes do have 13 or 14 students each. Now again, that seems really low, and in a normal year that would be really low, but when you're splitting classes in half, they have to maintain that 6-foot spacing. So I've got the racks going, but the next step is taking each of those ukuleles and then tuning them. So that's one thing that I do. I normally have my Jawum Smart Tuner with me. I didn't bring it with me to school today. Thankfully, I have plenty of time, both during the school day and after, to tune all the ukuleles, and I make sure they're all in tune and get those strings stretching. This is so much easier with an automatic tuner. You don't have to think about what you're doing while you're doing it. You just go from peg to peg. But then I do a couple other things. I also check the fret ends, and if you have plastic ukuleles, that won't be a problem. But if you are, for example, in a northern climate like we are, I live in Minnesota. I live in Wisconsin and teach in Minnesota. So that whole Wisconsin or Minnesotan sort of climate, right now it's massively, humidity is massively going down. So you do have sharp fret ends. And on these ukuleles, these are inexpensive caramel ukuleles that I bought for my program just about 5 school years ago. So they're very inexpensive. They have withstood a lot. A few have been dropped and glued back to service. So I don't have to worry about too much with this. But if there are sharp fret ends, what I do with them is I have a sanding sponge. It's a medium or fine sanding sponge. And I just quickly run down the frets, if there are any sharp frets, at an angle on the side. And if this were a better ukulele, I'd want to tape it down before doing that, or I'd get the fret dressing tool, but there's no need to do that on this ukulele. And then the fret ends are smooth again, and everything's ready to go. And then I can put that one back in its case, or into the holder of those multiple ukuleles, and I'm ready to go for that. So how am I going to sterilize those ukuleles? Well, our district has provided Purell surface. So what I'm going to do is make sure that it's spraying in a mist, which it is. And then after the students use them, the surfaces will just be sprayed down. I'll be wearing gloves when I do that most of the time. Not worried about it right now. And they'll be left to dry. And again, inexpensive ukuleles, I'm not worried about them too much. They'll be just fine with the spraying down. They'll be stored then. I'll be putting gloves on and storing them and going to the next ukulele. It's going to be part of our closing down sequence in class each day is going to be spraying down the ukuleles. And that's a 90-second spray that in 90 seconds, anything that is on there that is a biohazard is going to be no longer a biohazard. Now, the other couple of things I wanted to show you is as I roll into the rooms, I will bring the sanding sponge with me in case there's ever a sharp fret ends that pops up. I will bring my pack of extra strings. And if you didn't notice, the colored strings, I'm a big fan of those with teaching because as you start, it's so much easier to say first fret or first box blue string rather than, dealing with trying to do a double number grid. Really love those. They are available from Aquila Super Nile Gut strings in color. They call them their kid strings. They sell them in a pack of 20 at a great discount to educators. The pricing seems more expensive because of the shipping, but ultimately when you compare to what a normal set of strings cost you, at the least $6 for a set of strings, it's a great way to go with those. But not only will I go in with the extra strings in case the string breaks, which they do from time to time, I've also arranged to have picks for my students that they're just going to be given a set. Now these are kind of all wrapped up fancy. They don't need to be, but I'm leaving them in their packages until we hand them out. But so each student will get a pick to use that, again, some of them strum so hard that they actually bleed after they've been playing. We're not going for the pain. I'm trying to avoid obstacles like pain. This is supposed to be fun and enjoyable and really a chance to make music when we don't have in our district right now band or choir at the elementary level or orchestra because of spacing and other issues. So this is their chance to actually make music in these lessons that we have together this year. So that's how I'm getting ready to go for them. I will write down or make sure that they know which ukulele is theirs and try to use the same one every time. But when they're being sprayed down, really that doesn't matter too much either. So that's just a really quick look as I'm preparing for next week with our 5th graders. I hope you're having a great day. And I will be back soon with some more Uke stuff for you.